Hey guys, what the heck is going on? Can you believe that I'm doing dishes again? I know I'm gonna get the comments. Sorry, I can't watch you do dishes for 5.5 hours, or however long this happens to be. You know what? I understand. Just don't watch it. Super simple. You can just click X and then go watch something else. For those of you who have been with me for a while, you know that I used to do my Q&A type sessions while doing my dishes, because I had to do my dishes, and dishes are boring, so why not have a little fun, hang out with you guys for a bit. But I haven't done them dishes in so long because we finally had gotten a dishwasher, which was gifted to us from Clint, and yeah, so I hadn't done dishes in a long time. However, we got a bunch of bigger dishes that don't fit in the dishwasher. So here we are, doing dishes. How is everybody doing? Oh, come on. Instead, what we've been doing, there we go. Instead of what we've been doing is remember, we got the apple scented, it smells so good. Not a sponsor, but should be. Dawn dish soap. What we've been doing instead of dishes is packing up orders, but I guess we probably haven't done that in a minute either. Doing good. How are you? I'm doing okay, sort of. I mean, I'm doing decent. Could be better, but it could always be better. There we go. I'm gonna have your comments up here, so if you see me looking straight over here, it's because I'm reading the comments here. So if you have any questions or whatever, and you're live right now with me, ask away, and I will try to answer them, or I will ignore them if I don't want to answer them. We'll see how it goes. How about that? I know you have been to the house with Alex. I hope you got the kangaroo crossing sign. The kangaroo crossing sign was made out of cardboard, so I did not take it. But I did look at it. Yeah, no. It was cardboard, so didn't want it. Okay, so we don't have very many dishes today. A lot of the stuff did go into the dishwasher, but we have a decent amount, so let's see what we can get done here. Did you break the dishwasher already? LOL. No, I did not break the dishwasher. It's actually running currently. Just some of these dishes don't fit. I have a weaver. What is that? May not be able to watch. My husband is home. Okay, that's okay. I've had vertigo for 3 days, so I'm a bit dizzy. I saw that on Facebook. I wasn't sure if you're one of the people. When I have vertigo, I will always have the people who say, hey, try this obscure method to get rid of it. None of those work for me. And so I was going to do the same thing to you as a joke, but then I didn't know if you would take it as a joke, so then I didn't say nothing. I can braid hair, but I can't weave. I hate when that happens. When you can braid hair but can't weave, yeah, me too. But Kathleen, I hope you get better. I hope the verti goes away. The dirty verti. That's one of the worst sicknesses, or whatever you call it, ailments that I get. So I know exactly. Wow, you might get it worse than me. I've never had it for 3 days in a row, luckily. But I've had it for longer than I would like to have it, and I've had it my whole life. What are you have planned for the cinder blocks? I don't have anything planned for them. I just figured I should take them because maybe I will have a plan. I have a very lukewarm plan. We want to build a root cellar, and perhaps we'll use those there. We don't have nearly enough, but yeah. So grab those today. And I don't know if you can notice from this angle, but man, my back freaking hurts. At least 1,000 pounds in bricks I picked up today, and I don't know, maybe like 4 years ago, I cricked my back badly, and ever since then, I have lower back pain. Even if I lift correctly, for some reason, sometimes it's just like, nah, dude, you lifted too much. And I only lifted like, well, the cinder blocks, I only lifted 2 at a time, 1 in each hand. But the other bricks, I don't know if Alex showed those on his channel. For those of you who don't know what the heck I'm talking about, or what they're talking about, my friend Alex bought the contents of this house. He wanted to get rid of this stuff, asked me if I wanted any of it, had a look, decided I would take the cinder blocks and then these other, I don't know what they are. I'm not sure what they're used for, but another type of brick. They're about this thick, they're about this big or so, by this big. And I would only carry those like 5 at a time. Mostly 4 at a time, but the most I carried was 5. So not a lot, because I didn't want this to happen, but it happened anyway. So I'm not sure how much that would have weighed. Maybe like, I don't know, they're probably about 8 pounds each. So not a lot of weight. Maybe they're 10 pounds each. So I would have been carrying only 40 pounds, but for some reason, I don't know, maybe it was the constantly going down, then walking down the stairs, putting it on the truck, then moving it from the back of the truck to the front of the bed of the truck. I don't know, but my back hurts. Hey, thank you, Matthew. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a moderator. Look like pavers for walkways or paths. They had them for their walkway, but they were disintegrated into dust, basically. So I'm pretty sure they're not for walking on. But they might be like toppers for like walls or something. I don't know. Looks like you hit jackpot with wood. Yeah, that's a bunch of 2x10s, but you know what's funny is they're all too short for what I actually need the 2x10s for, so I don't know if I'm actually going to end up using those anytime soon, but I may. I'm in need of a bunch of 2x8s, to be honest, but I'm not going to buy any because they cost so freaking much. But I would like to build my shed this year. Don't know if that's going to happen, unfortunately. Did you get any forks or spoons to help on your projects from Alex? I did get some cutlery. Josh, your darn Oilers kicked my Jets. Oh, really? I haven't been watching. I probably only watched like 4 or 5 games this year, unfortunately. Bad behavior sage says soap, sponge, spoon, place setting, fork and knife, and soft drink cup. Tim57 says, what? To which I reply, what? I don't know what you're whatting about. Dude, I liked you on Alex's video. I decided to subscribe. I would like to have my name on board. Name on board. I think you mean on the garage door. If that's what you're talking about. All you gotta do, come on, is become a patron, and then your name will go on the door. Like I always say in the videos, or well, I don't always say it, but link in the description. And then a lot of people just don't follow the link in the description to do that. But there is a link in almost every description, I think, on how to become an ass kicker. So I don't know if it'll be in the live videos, but it's in the vlogs. And it just is $3, I guess, is the lowest you can do. And then that's what you get. Yeah. CBD roll-on works great on my old sore back. What is a pattern, Josh? What is a pattern of what? I'm not sure what you mean. How are the chickens? Chickens are good. They almost got... a hawk almost got one of them. Well, hard to say. A hawk was coming in for a nabbing, but Ashley was there, luckily. She like ran over to the chickens and then she like threw her arms in the air and she's like, "Hey!" And then the hawk stopped coming down. For those of us that view on Fire RV, we can't see the links. Okay, well, just go on the computer then, I guess. That's the only thing I can say. I don't really know what to say to that. I mean, just go on your computer, I guess. I don't even know. I don't know what Fire RV is. I've never heard of that. Patreon Josh. LOL. What? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I watch on Fire... Oh, Fire TV, not RV. But if I need a link, I check the phone or computer. I don't even know what Fire TV is either. I definitely don't know what Fire RV is, but I don't know what Fire TV is either. I never heard of that. You kids with your newfangled thangles. Matthew Fox gave the link, so there you follow that. I'd appreciate that. Not necessary, of course. It's necessary to get your name on the door, but it's not necessary to do that if you don't want your name on the door. Did you get the kangaroo sign from Alex? Asked Andrea, who actually had planned to send me one, but for some reason was too chicken to steal one from her local Outback. Outback is a restaurant here, but I meant like she lives in Australia. And don't they just call like the country the Outback? I don't know. I'm just kidding. She was thinking about sending one, but she couldn't. So now she's asking, did I get the kangaroo sign from Alex? That was made out of cardboard, so I never took it. Hi Josh from Hudson, Wisconsin. Hello, Susie Q, Q for cute. Okay. And then Joy says, hello from St. Charles, Missouri. Okay. Okay, let's continue on here. My backyard is the Outback. Nitrous Diecast. You live in Edmonton, so I'm pretty sure your backyard is Outback, but not the Outback. Was there a squirrel nest in the garage? There was, I think. There was no babies though. Thank you, Matthew. Hi from Yorba Linda? Yorba Linda? Never heard of that in California. There are 3 tiers on Patreon. I'm in tier 2, for example. What? You are. Your name's on the door and you got a diamond and maybe something else on your name. Support Matthew Fox by sending dead cows. Yeah, absolutely. Bradley Wood. Are you the Bradley Wood? Are you trying to get me demonetized, Bradley Wood? Oh, he meant to say shirt, but he said shit. Ah. Thank you. You can get this on the Teespring if you would like one yourself. I also like this shirt. It's my favorite one that I made. We should barbecue some goats for Matthew Fox. You know what, Dave? Matthew said that he was going to come down here this summer. Our restrictions are supposed to be going away in June altogether, and therefore he could come over here, wouldn't have to quarantine, all that other fun stuff, and then we could go to Jasper, grab a wild goat, bring it back to my yard, grill it up. I don't think that would be allowed because that's a national park. Also, Also, I don't know if I would like the taste of goats. So I was kidding. Jules6 says, hi Josh. Hello, Jules6. Are you new? I don't recognize your name, but I appreciate you being here. Actually, goat is pretty good. I don't like sheep, so if it tastes like sheep's, then I wouldn't like it, but who knows? Oh, are we buffering? Are we buffering or are we not? Goat tastes like chicken? Oh, then I would like it, because I like chicken. Are we blurry? More dead goat for Hank and I. Big fan of dead goats. He will dig their faces up the ground and carry it around. What is happening? Hold on a second. Let me just. Okay, all your comments are coming in real quick. For me, it looks like it's buffering, but I don't know if it actually is. Okay, well, hopefully it's not. I'm just going to pretend it's not, because here it's not buffering, but here it is. You know what? I should actually be pausing that, because I don't need to watch myself. Okay, now I just lost everything. Okay, guys, well, now is a great time to tell you. Oh, it is buffering. What the heck? What? Someone already gave me 2 thumbs downs. Go do something else. What the heck? Okay, hold on a second. I'm just gonna check my router. 1 second. Okay, now it looks like it's normal, but I didn't actually do anything. Okay. Patricia George says, guess I'll just DM. I missed your had a tier question. Okay. Did you ask it? I don't see it here. Because I just saw Josh. I have a tier question in 2 separate messages, and then I guess I'll just DM. You can DM, but I don't see. Huh. Okay. I took it off of the. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. Live chat. And then I'm going to go like. Oh my. There we go. There we go. Now I'm blurry, but I'm on my regular data. I'm on my data, not on my... Sorry, this is going to be so boring for anyone who watches this in the future. She was asking about why there wasn't anything by her name. I guess it's probably... Who was that, Patricia? Because you didn't ask for anything by your name on the last day of the month. So, for those of you who are thinking about becoming patrons or who are patrons and don't really get what it's all about just yet, Tier 1, it's $3 a month. You get your name on the board. On the wall. On the door. Jeez, how many times do I have to correct myself? That's your thing. And you get the exclusive lives that we do over there, which is basically making the giveaway of the month. Or whatever. If you're in Tier 2, you get everything that Tier 1 gets. But then you also get your name in the hat, which is a chance to win the thing that we make that month. So this month we're making a bird. Those birds that I put on the gate, if you guys watched my gate video, that's what we're going to be making this month. So So that you get a chance to win that. If you don't want it, then you still get a chance to win it, and you can pass if you want, or whatever. That tier is $20 a month, and then you also get early maker and paint videos if I make those, and you also get bonus videos. Tier 3, I think that's all you get in tier 2. And tier 3, you get everything that tier 2 and 1 get, but you also get a print of the month, and you get a thank you for watching shout out in the vlogs, in the regular vlogs. That might be it. And that one is $100 a month. I think that's it. Anyway, at the end of the month, the last day of the month, we do the giveaway. We do the, anyone who's in tier 2 and tier 3, your name gets put in a hat. We draw a name randomly, and then I send that out to you free of charge, all that jazz. That's just kind of a thank you for being a supporter, becoming an ass kicker, and how come I can't get this freaking off here? 1 second. I need like something scratchy. Maybe this will work. We got a brush here. Anyway, on the last day, we also will modify your name. So if people want their names to be modified, like for example, Delphina wanted her square or whatever you call it to be colored in red, so we did that. Tracy, I don't know if Tracy's on right now. She wanted a whatchamacallit? Sunflower. Sonic Phil wanted a diamond, so we just draw in extra stuff. Matthew and Heather wanted sword fighters. Their names are right next to each other, so I made these 2 stick figures that are supposed to be like avatars of them. And man, what the heck did we have in here? I can't, oh, that was like a kiwi thing. There we go. I got it now. Anyways, I made them sword fighting stick figures that are supposed to be them. And yeah. What else did I put on there? I put like updates of what's going on. I have the what's up segment bonus videos for tier 2 and tier 3, and that kind of shows stuff that I haven't vlogged about or am not going to vlog about, but I think might still be interesting. Yeah, I try to make it worthwhile to become an ass kicker, but if you don't want to, I totally get it. My stream is frozen. I want to be a stick figure in real life. The gate was awesome. Well, thank you. No, that's okay, Bradley. So, who was asking that? Patricia? Who was that asking? Hold on a second. Let me try to find that. Patricia. Ah, there we go. Oh, and then she says, oh, I get it, a hummingbird. So you'll have to remind me on the last day, you have to be there live while we do that, and you have to request it then. I'm not going to do it now, but I'll do it then. And then that's when we'll do it, because I'm going to forget. So just be there on the last day of the month when we do the live, and then request it then, and then I'll put it on there. And depending on how much room there is, you know, it's a whole thing. When the ass kicker door that you are currently on is full, are you going to move to another garage door? What happens when all the doors are filled up? I'm thinking positive vibes. Susie Q, thank you for that question. Your comment is hidden because you said ass, and that's a swear word according to YouTube. So that's gonna get me demonetized. Dang it. What's going to happen is I will probably just write on the other door. Although I was thinking about doing something else on that door. But I will probably just... I didn't expect there to be this many people who actually wanted to become ass kickers. So maybe I should have just started off writing the names all really small. The buffering and pixelating could be because of the solar wind is elevated right now due to a CME, coronal mass ejection, that happened recently. It can mess with GPS and radio waves as well. What? Really? I've never even heard of that. How old is Dean? I actually don't know how old he is, but it is his birthday today. Okay, we're almost done here, guys. I'm gonna see if I can find another question in here. Did you take the chair? I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I'm gonna say no because I haven't had a chair that I've wanted to take in a long time. Oh, on Alex's video. No. That chair was super uncomfortable. So no. How are the chicks? The chicks are good. Getting big. So, pretty cool. Next week we'll show them again. Or is it this week? Did we already show them this week? I think we did, right? What day is it today? Is it Sunday today? Or is it Saturday? Hello, Catherine? Yeah, Catherine. Oh, I did show them, okay. You scored big on the wood. Yeah, that was decent. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but at least I'll have it when I need it. Haven't washed in a while. Decided to do some dishes and thought I would watch at the same time. Word, David. I would have taken the big bamboo chair. It was cool. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, was that the broken one? Maybe? There was a broken bamboo chair. You probably wouldn't have taken it unless you felt like fixing it, but it was trashed. But maybe it wasn't obvious that it was broken in the video. Have you determined the genders yet? No, we're not sure. Still too early to tell. I mean, I could do the wing test that we talked about maybe in the second or maybe even in the first chick video. We could try that and guess, but it's pretty inaccurate for certain breeds, and we're not sure which breeds it's inaccurate for. So, yeah, I'm not sure. The cane chair. I don't know which chairs you're talking about. I didn't take any home. What was the news you were going to tell us when you started buffering? Oh crap, I don't remember. Beverly says, for lower back, lay on floor and keeping hips on floor, do push-ups with upper body. What? Lay on floor and keeping hips on floor, do push-ups with upper body, stretching out lower back every 2 hours. You mean like lay, like belly down? Yeah. I'm doing these exercises. I haven't tried that, but I've been doing like the rotating thing, and yeah, I was on a yoga mat. Did I miss the announcement on the floor fund sales? Postcards. Postcards are not in. We were working on that still. So you didn't miss that. But I am having an April sale, my birthday month sale, until the last day of April. It's buy 2, get 1 free of the paper prints, and it is including all paper prints that I have. So spend 40 bucks, get $60 worth of stuff, and shipping all over the planet. You can email me orderfromjosh@gmail.com to see or to order it. If you want to see what's available, check out My Hands Gallery's Facebook page, and yeah, it's as simple as that. Catherine says you'll find out the gender soon enough. Roosters are super active and love to play fight. While they all love to play fight, we know for sure that Opal is a female, and she was the least active at first, but now she's just as active as the other ones. But all three of them could be roosters. That would suck, but we'll see. My hubby loves this Clint Eastwood print I got. Fantastic, I'm glad. Thank you for ordering that. Thank you for the support. Really appreciate that. There we go. Okay, another thing I want to say. If you're going to message me on Facebook, please don't use the auto messages. I will not answer you. And that's not because I don't want to talk to you. It's because I'm assuming that you don't actually want to talk to me. Or your robot. Or your scammer or something like that. So ask a real question. And don't just say hi either, because I will ignore those as well. Just put in an actual message, and then I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hey, thank you very much, Jim Jackson. Excuse me, did you hear me just burp? I appreciate that. F Facebook. Well, you don't need to have Facebook to see what's on Facebook. You can just search it on Google. But if you're saying F Facebook, maybe you're also mean F Google. In which case, I can't really help you. But I appreciate you watching anyway. I scored about a dozen roosters from my flock last year. My girls raised about 21 chicks. You scored? You like roosters? Most people don't like the roosters. Don't blame you. Bots are annoying. They are annoying. Just Facebook in general. I think it's a good service to use if I'm willing to put up with the bullshit, I guess, and I know the risks. I mean, I'm one of the few people who actually reads when the new terms of service come out. So many people don't, and then they act like they're like, hey, this free service is doing too much that I agree to. I don't know why you don't like Facebook. It doesn't actually matter to me, but read the terms of service, and if you don't like it, don't use their free service. They're going to sell your data. They just are. They're going to try to make as much money as they can off of you. Whatever. The one thing I don't like about social media is the I guess it's just internet use in general, is all the division it causes between folks who otherwise would get along with each other. But since they can't actually see each other face to face, they act like the biggest dicks to each other because they will never see each other, and it won't be awkward when they do, because they'll forget who they were just talking to. That's what I don't like about social media. What I do like about it is the actual connection that you can get with people who you don't know. Like if you're part of like a, what do you call them, a group, hobbyist group. Like say you're a car enthusiast, you might join a car enthusiast group or whatever on Facebook. Then you become friends with people you don't know. Sometimes you meet them in real life and then you think they're rad. Like I will possibly meet Matthew this summer. I don't know the freaking guy, but I'd like to meet him. I don't think he's a dickhole, even though we probably disagree on a lot of things, because I'm just not like that. And so many people, unfortunately, read something on Facebook and go like, Gah! You know? I think that's terrible. Do the opposite of that. Be decent. That's just me. Oh shit, thank you, Bradley. I dislike everyone on Facebook. Did you celebrate your birthday yet? My birthday's on the 25th. And it's, what do you call a legacy birthday? Or what is it called? I forget what it's called. Okay. Oh, look at that. Faked it. It's not clean. Do you see that? Oh, you can't see it. See, that's how tricky it is. It's like, hey, it's clean. Psych. We got this little piece right here. My mom's is on the 25th too. Oh my god, that's my twin sister. Champagne birthday. My grandma's is the 25th. Dude, that's my other twin sister. It's like, well, who came out of the womb first? Well, the grandma did first, and then the mom, and then me. One time when I used to be a magician, some of you know that I used to be a magician back in the day, back when I was like 16. And, and magic isn't real, right? So it's tricks. And some of the tricks are you're literally just guessing. And if you guess right, it seems amazing. I remember going up to this one girl and I was like, if I can guess your birthday. I can't remember what the bet was. There was actually two girls. And I can't remember where this was, but I was just doing magic to all these people. And these two people, I think maybe this was in the mall, perhaps. And I was filming. And I was like, hey, if I can, what did I say? I can't remember exactly, but I was like, if I can guess your birthday, then blah, 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 whatever it was. And I was just going to be like, October 3rd. But for whatever reason, I felt like saying my own birthday. I was like, April 25th. And this girl freaked out. And I couldn't, this was the first person I did it to. Because you can do it to like, 100 people and you can get them all wrong. But you only keep the video where you got it right, of course, because this trick is literally just guessing, unless you can find them on social media really quick, see if they have their birthday listed or whatever, and then you can just pretend that you are whatever. At this case, this was before smartphones, I think, or maybe this when smartphones were just becoming a thing. Anyway, I was like April 25th. And this chick was freaking out. I can't remember what the heck I was going to... What the bet... Not the bet, but like... I don't know what it was. That was good. April 25th is my birthday. Dude, that's my twin brother, Sean. Or Scene, when people say it wrong. Hey, Sean. I'm assuming your name is Sean. Sean Martin there. Do you hate it when people call you Scene? Like if you go to like a doctor's appointment and they're like, Scene Martin, you're next. You tuned into her mind's eye. I literally just guessed. I don't know what that mind's eye thing is. That doesn't sound real to me. I literally was like, you know what? I'm just going to say my birthday and we'll see how it works. My granddaughter was born on my birthday and my daughter says she's my perennial, what? Says she's my perennial birthday. I'm 52 in body and 12 in mind. So you're I was gonna try to do some math and say, so you're actually 40. Nice. My birthday was 2 days ago. Birthday babies rock. Birthday babies rock. What does that mean? Birthday babies? Don't all babies have birthdays? I'm not sure what that means. What's a birthday baby? What does that mean? Does that mean something? Am I missing something? I don't even know. Happy birthday, all 25th birthdays. Thanks, Sheila. Okay. When your age and your date match, it's your golden birthday. Ah, golden birthday. What did I say? You read that wrong, Josh. Oh, what did I read wrong? That's no surprise there. I probably did read it wrong. I don't even know what I said. Uh, I'm done the dishes, but I'm having fun right now. How long have we been on? We've only been on for 41 minutes. Let's stay on for a little bit longer. Let me bring this over here. My freaking back hurts, so we're gonna change it up a bit. Ah. My son was born on Father's Day, a great gift. You could do the lamest dad joke. On your son's birthday, you could just give him, instead of birthday cards, you could give him Father's Day cards. My son was born on Father's Day. Matthew. Matthew has 18 children, and one of them was born on Father's Day. That's cool. You can always rewash the dishes, lol. Lily Pons is, I'm 72 in body, 12 in mind too. You're just like hanging around people and like, man, wait, Lily Pons, I'm assuming you're female. So if you're a dude, I apologize. But just someone's like, man, that grandma is really immature, acts like a 12-year-old. You're just like skateboarding, that would be awesome. Why don't you sit at the table, Josh? Relax, because the table is full of seeds, or not seeds, but what do you call it? Like when you plant them in those like those brown paper cups or whatever they're called, pots. Me at 72 minus the skateboard. Wait, you're 72, Rebecca? You definitely don't look 72. You look like you're like 40. But you have a mask on, so it's hard to say. Joan says, hey Josh, got my hummingbird print and love it. We had it professionally framed and we hung it over our fireplace. Place of honor. Fantastic. Glad you liked that, Joan. The gift that keeps giving. I'm going to choose to interpret it as everyone because my maybe at it is my birthday is in October. Is that what you meant to say? I literally just guessed. Hold on. I'm just reading these comments here. You're 35. Okay, I was 5 years off. I was just basically guessing from this tiny picture, and most of your face is covered. You have blonde hair and you have some eyes. That's all I know about you. You also have at least the top half of your throat. So I was guessing 40 based off of that. Did I guess 40 or what did I guess? Who would think 270 people would watch a man wash dishes on Saturday night, right? What painting went for the most? I love your rooster one. That one is... What's one of your favorites that you've done? The most expensive painting I've sold, I think, was... I always forget this. I know one for sure was $3,500, but there might have been one that was more than that. And that would have been in a gallery, though. And then your second question was, what's one of your favorites that you've done? Probably the latest Muhammad Ali one. That one was pretty cool. Five kids here. They're all over 18, so technically adults now. I'm lucky they're all pretty awesome. Is your back hurting from all the lifting at the Weaver's house today? The Weaver's house, is that what you're calling it? Yeah, it is. Josh doesn't do Disney stuff, he said before. That is correct. Carrie was asking about that, I guess. I missed that comment, but no, I don't. Too much legal issues with that. I purchased the original of the Hummingbird and it's hanging in our library now, but will be in Master when we finally move. Thanks for getting that. My sister got their prints. One was the Hummingbird, another was the Rooster. They both loved them. Thanks again. Well, thanks for ordering them. Josh, did you get that bag of color that Alex found today? Did he find that today? Because I picked that up the last time I was there. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I didn't take any cutlery today, so I wasn't sure that he found any more. Matthew Fox says, I am 46. I'm 67, getting shot tomorrow. Josh, did you get everything you wanted from the Weaver's house? I actually didn't want anything from there to begin with, but I think I made out pretty well. I went there. Alex asked me if I wanted the kangaroo sign. He didn't tell me it was made out of cardboard. If he did, I wouldn't have even gone there, but maybe he didn't know it was cardboard. But I would have gone there if he would have asked me to just help him out. But he didn't ask that. He just said, hey, you can come have a look at some stuff and see what... That was really not a great house to buy, but he helped out some people there, so he said that it was worth it on his video anyway. Matthew Fox says, I'm 46 in years, 98 years in my back, and 12 years in my mind. 100% love your face, kiddo. You be cracking me up. Happy birthday if I don't see ya working. If I don't see ya. We're gonna double tomorrow and Disney sells lies. I'm out. They do sell lies, but they're fun. Was the wood in nice shape? It's just a lumber grade, so it's just for building stuff. So yeah, it is decent. It was used to make a shelf. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I might use it for blocking when I build my shed, my lean-to shed off of my shop. Not sure. Good morning, 6:20 here. Hope the dishes went well. They did go well, Sarah. Andreasen. Don't know how to say your last name, but yes, they were fine. They didn't have very many. The dishwasher is still going though. When do you and Ashley plan on planting the garden? That'll be after the May long weekend. It's gonna snow again tonight, possibly. So we have a late start to the growing season. I was hoping he gave you more silverware. You do great well. He gave me a decent amount. He gave me what there was when I went there. But if he found more, then I didn't get that. But I don't know. He either saved it for me or threw it out. I didn't know that he found any today. He wasn't there very long today. When I was there, anyways. How is the garden prep going? We're getting ready to plant our winter beds. No snow down here in South Australia. Okay, so my friend Josh, who I recently got back in contact with, which was a total accident. This dude is one of the nicest dudes. I don't even know how I know him. Actually, you know what? I do know how I know him. Okay, he asked me, back when I was a magician, he asked me if he could pick my brain about psychology, something like that, and how like people fall for tricks and stuff like that. And then that's how we became friends. He literally just messaged me on Facebook. Then we became friends. And then he stopped using Facebook and I lost his phone number in one of my old phones. And then I saw him like last year maybe driving a backhoe on the road when I was on my way to the post office, and I waved to him and he was like, "Who are you?" And then but I was just driving past him and he was driving past me and I was like, "Hey, Josh." And he was like, "What? Who the heck is this guy?" But then I just got back in contact with him like last week, maybe the week before, and he messaged me and asked me if I could help him with some art work. And I was like, "Dude, do you remember some random dude waving to you in a black truck and you were driving a backhoe?" And he's like, "I do remember that. That was you." So he knew it was me, but he didn't have my number or anything at the time. Anyways, that's how I know him. And what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So I asked him if he could, since he's an equipment operator and he has access to skid steers and whatnot, I asked him if he could help me dig some shit out of my yard and, you know, prep a couple new garden plots. And he said, "Sure." But he doesn't own a skid steer. So I was like, okay, so we got to rent one. I was like, okay, I got to think of how we can do this, buy the new garden mix dirt, all this stuff. And then Armando, I asked Armando, my neighbor here, I am like, "Yo, dude, do you know anyone who has a skid steer?" Because I thought maybe if we can rent one for like, say, $500 instead of $1,000 for the week, I was like, that would be great. And then he's like, "What do you want?" He's like, "Hang up, I'm coming over." So I was like, okay. So he like walks down, jumps over my fence, and he's like, "So what are you looking for?" And then I showed him basically our plan of basic layout, and then I don't know what this dude's problem is, or not problem. That's not the right word. But he was just like, he's like, "Yeah, I'll just do it with his tractor." I was like, "Really? All right." And then I was like, he's like, "Yeah, I'll need to get some diesel first." I was like, "No, I'll get your diesel," because he never accepts payment ever. And I know people are always suggesting like, "Yo, dude, why don't you make him some art?" He doesn't care about art. I always try to give him art. He never wants it. But I was like, "Okay, I'll get your diesel." And he's like, "No, no, no, no." I was like, "Well, that's the least I can do." And he's like, "Okay." I was like, "Give me all your yellow jerry cans and I'll fill them all up." And he's like, "I'll give you one." So we'll see how many he ends up giving me, but I'll get him at least the diesel. He's helped me out so much. And then yesterday, was that yesterday? Yeah, we had or maybe that was today. We had a conversation about how people don't appreciate things they don't work for, and I was like, "Are you trying to say something? Because you do stuff for me all the time that I'd never pay for," which I do really appreciate. And by the way, he watches my videos. I wonder if he's watching right now. Armando, if you're watching, flick your lights on and off. Dude, if he actually flicks his lights on and off, that would be hilarious. I'm just going to stand here for a minute. I'll notice the light flick on and off. This will be hilarious if he's actually watching right now. Oh, Delphina, thank you very much for saying I'm amazing with a dancing pear. The light is not flicking on and off, but I thought it was, but that's because my head moved. Okay, he's not watching. But everybody say hi to Armando. He's the best neighbor. Did I tell you guys the story of how we met? He came over and did my snow one day, and like I didn't ask him to. He just came over. Him and Rob, one of my other neighbors, just came over, did my snow, and then left. I was like, what the heck is happening? Like I was downstairs painting when I painted downstairs in my basement, and I just hear Hank not stopping barking. I'm like, what the heck is he barking at? I'm like, shut up. And then I like come upstairs and I hear like I'm like, what the heck is this? I look out the window and two dudes are just doing my snow. Uh, Hello, Shubas. Shubas. It is beautiful here in Vancouver. Nice. You need a good tiller. We're doing the no-till method. Although we were gonna till in the spring when we like burn all the leaves and shit, and then we'll till that in. But we're not gonna till throughout the year. But he's actually gonna till it with his big tractor. I just have a walk behind. Nancy says, Josh, my boy, didn't know you were on. Same shirt you wore at Alex's hat. I hope you enjoy the free stuff you picked out. Well, this is what I was wearing today, so I should change my clothes. Right. I didn't even know I was going to do a live today. Also, I didn't know he would be filming me today, so yeah. Your neighbor is awesome. He is awesome. Oh, Matthew actually talked to him before. Make him some banana bread. You know, I don't even know if he would like banana bread. I gave him a chocolate bar before. Are you going to cook for Ashley? And if so, what are you cooking? No, not today. Ashley doesn't work today, so she's home right now. Do you use colored cherries when you're doing art? Sometimes. I'm the only one watching from Panama. Panama? Nice. He treats you as a son. That's wonderful. Such a good man, that Armando. Well, that might be going a little far, but I guess I don't really know how he treats his kids. So maybe he does. Josh, you got good karma, man. Armando is a super good dude. Because he is the one who put my name on the door. He did put your name on the door. That's hilarious that you remember that. You got this shirt in pink? Oh, I didn't know that I sold it in pink. Well, maybe I sell it in a bunch of colors. I don't remember. What painting am I working on? The same painting that you saw in the last vlogs there. Same one. Will you ever paint another Pennywise? Probably not, but maybe. Just buy something from Amazon or a hardware store and have it delivered. He will ask me if I want it back. Like, he literally will not take it. He's actually trying to get rid of stuff. I don't know what he needs. If I knew something that he needed, you know what, guys? He is getting chickens, and so he'll need a chicken coop. So I said, dude, let me build your chicken coop. He starts laughing. He's like, you're going to build a chicken coop better than my house. He's like, I can't have chickens living in a better house than my house. So he even refused that. I would totally build his chicken coop, and I would build it super badass. But he's like, nah. And with his chickens, he's going to be butchering them. So I could even make like a whole thing. So it could be like, you know, like a good setup. But he's like, nah, dude. He's like, I'm going to turn a satellite dish upside down and I'm going to buy a shed. I was like, okay. That's not that cool, but sure, go ahead. How late in the year can you guys get snow? Well, it just depends on how crazy the weather is, but you can get snow in May sometimes. It just depends. But that's rare. But it does happen. And it only lasts for a day. Passing around apple pie for everyone. What? Does that mean something? Josh, do you still want keys? We have a box to send you. You should Google Bald Pay Inn in Colorado to see their key installation. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do that. Okay, Joan, would it be possible for you to email me that? Because I don't have anything to write down right now. Bald Pate Inn, Colorado. I'm going to try to take a mental picture of that. Bald Pate Inn. Okay, I got to remember that. That's cool. But yes, I am still accepting keys. I only have enough for like, I don't know how much I have, but I keep forgetting. I'm working on a vlog that I've been working on since, I can't remember what month, like months now. But I think in there, I found a key in my house, and so I threw it in the key bucket. The only month that the province of Saskatchewan has not experienced frost is the month of July. Frost is different than snow, but yeah, frost is usually the more is the thing that you know, sticks around the longest. Like the ground is still frozen here, like underneath, you know, like 2 inches down or so. Not even an inch down. It's frozen. Josh promised to build him a less than perfect chicken coop. I want to build him like a badass chicken coop. He actually has some cool plans for his land. I don't know if he wants me talking about it, so I won't, but he has a cool idea for some stuff. Let's see here. I'm gonna jump off here in a minute because we're slowing down here, but I'll answer a couple more things here. What's that sound? Oh, the sound was probably the dishwasher. We've also had 20 Celsius in February too here in Manitoba. Oh, yeah. Sometimes it gets really warm in the winter. This winter was actually pretty freaking mild, except for during the cold snap. And I think we're probably going to get a cold snap every year now. It used to be like every like 3 or 4 years in my experience. I mean, I haven't been paying attention to the weather for very long, but I remember it being like minus 30 and then you wouldn't go outside. Or minus 30 isn't that bad. Minus let's say like 36 and you wouldn't go outside for recess at school. But then it would only last a day. Now it's like lasting weeks sometimes. Nancy says, when did you get a dishwasher? No more washed by Josh cups. Uh, a long time ago. That's why I haven't been doing these videos. But today I had some to do. That's why I'm doing the packed up. I think I have a packed by Josh mug on Teespring now, but I've been doing the packing videos now. I can't remember if I actually released it or if I was like, nah, this is lame. I don't remember, but there might be a packed by Josh mug on there. You do know you can take a screenshot of your phone and have the message whenever you want to look at that. You know what, Jim? I did know that, but for some reason I didn't think of it. And since I already forgot what the heck that hotel was, I know it's in Colorado. Hold on, let me see if I can find it again. There it is. Bald Paid In. There we go. Screenshot. Smile Always says, have a lovely night, everyone. Well, good night, Smile Always. You've talked about a lot of jobs since I've been following you. This is the first time I heard about magician. How many jobs have you had? I never did magician as a job. I just did that as like for fun. I've always wanted to do something different for a living. I just didn't ever do that for a living. I used to want to be a BMX rider, professional BMX rider, and I got decently good as a kid, but then I stopped doing it. And the reason why I stopped is because one time Ashley's parents asked me what I wanted to do when I grew up, because I've been with her since I was 14, right? And I said probably like a professional BMX rider, and they like thought that was the dumbest thing ever. Uh, and so I was like, you know what? Maybe it is dumb. I'll do something lame, I guess. I don't know why I let them like now when people say that what I do is stupid or whatever, I don't care even a little bit. For some reason I did then. Maybe because I wanted them to like me, but I don't care if they don't like me now. I want them to like me, of course, so don't get me wrong. I'm not like that, but for whatever reason at the time, I was just like, what the hell? I guess that is dumb. But that's because it's rare that people can do that for a living, get paid a decent amount. Um, so then I was like, okay, I'll do something else. And then one day I was at work. I worked at Arby's, and I was like, you know what? I think I'll be a magician. And I just started learning how to do magic. And since I knew it wasn't real, I knew it was something that you could learn how to do. And so I would like study magic tricks. Like I would watch them and I'd be like, okay, if you think about it logically, okay, he does this, he must have two of the same card. Okay, and if he does that, one goes in the shoe, but the way he's holding his hand, he's probably palming something. Okay, he does that, blah, 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 blah. Never shows that to begin with, doesn't even talk about it, pretends, blah, 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 this, that, some sleight of hand, bang, that's how you do the trick. I remember I got so decent, so I almost said so decently good, but that is the way to say it. I was never super amazing at sleight of hand. In fact, I intentionally didn't get good at sleight of hand because I never wanted to look like I could do sleight of hand. So when you see a magician do all these cool card flourishes and stuff, I thought that was stupid. I mean, I thought it was cool and impressive, but I thought that was a dumb way to show people magic because it's obvious that you're doing sleight of hand because you can do all these amazing things with cards. I'm like, well, if you can do that, you can obviously do these other things. Me, I sucked at handling cards, which was very convincing in my estimation that the magic was real because I couldn't handle cards super well. In reality, I could do some moves really good, so you couldn't see the moves, but I never did any fancy card flourishes or shuffles or anything uh, intentionally so that I wouldn't look masterful at that. And then, misdirection, all that stuff. And I never got good at like showmanship on purpose, so it looked more convincing. I never tried to get comfortable with the trick. So if I would do it to one person, I would screw up or they would figure it out. I would just be like, okay, so this is what I can change. And then I can make it more convincing. I can keep it convincing because they would be like, blah, 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 go through the spiel and then be like, hey, I saw that you did this. And I'd be like, okay, damn it. I have to get a little bit better at this then. Anyways, one day I just decided to do magic. And then one day I was like, this is lame, probably. I don't know why I stopped, but I thought maybe I never tried to do it professionally, uh, as in get paid for it. I just was at a decent level where I could trick people, and I thought I could do it for a living if I wanted to, but I never took it that seriously. And then after that, I worked a bunch of regular jobs and then got into framing and stuff. Accidentally got into art because I went urban exploring with my friend Jolene. And then Jolene was like, or well, it started raining, and the place that we were going to go explore was this abandoned school. Um, and the school was being torn down, but they tore down like the playground and stuff first, and a bunch of the like the schoolyard. So it was all mud, and because it was raining, and I didn't want to walk across the mud because it was like a pretty decent walk, right? It was like I don't know, far, right? Like 200 feet, probably more. And I was like, I'm not walking across 200 feet of mud. Screw this. And then Jolene, who I was with there, she was like, well, why don't we paint? And I was like, yeah, that would be the dumbest thing ever. I don't think so. But then she's like, no, it'd be fun. And then I was like, okay, fine. So we got some cheap painting supplies. And then I was like, you know what? This is actually pretty dope. I'm going to keep doing this. And then I didn't actually initially keep doing it, but then I did. And like my paintings were trash, but I really liked doing it. And they were good enough to be interesting. And then I just got better and better, and I'm still getting better. I mean, I see other artists' work, and I'm like, holy crap, look at that. That's so amazing. And I look at my own stuff, and I'm like, it's okay. It's cool, but whatever. And then I just branched into doing other types of art, and then I eventually stopped doing my regular day job as often. I would work I would try to only work 1 week a month so that I could focus on art for the rest of the month. So I would basically just go into my studio all day, every day, unless I had to go to work. And sometimes I would work the whole month. Just depends. I would try to make a month's worth of wages in 1 week. So I would work like, I don't know, like 16 to 18 hours a day sometimes. Usually I would work around on a regular day about 12 to 14 hours, but sometimes I would work like just so much. And then just so I could make enough money, like just be responsible, I could make the amount of money that I needed for the whole month to pay like the rent, the bills, groceries, all those types of things. And then also be able to pay for my um, which other people just considered as a silly hobby with the painting. First, I only did painting. And then I bought a table saw, a router table, and a bandsaw for no reason. And then from there, I was like, okay, I'll do some woodworking. And then I just kept adding to the things I wanted to do. And then, I opened a store with my older brother, Will. Um, Tried that. We sold some stuff that well, everything that we made basically. And then he moved away, so we stopped doing the store. And then I was like, okay, well, I still got to work my regular job, but I'm going to try to phase it out as I can. I have to get into more art galleries, sell in more places, sell for higher prices. I have to build a value, blah, blah, blah. Did that as quickly as I could. And then I would do a YouTube video every once in a while. And then Alex convinced me to do, let's see, I think maybe was this before or after? I can't remember now. Alex convinced me to do YouTube, and I think I was just about stopping doing regular contracting. So I worked for a framer for a couple years and then a taper as well. And then so I learned those skills and then I went on my own because I could make like 10 times the amount of money. And then from there, I was phasing it out, trying to only do art. Yeah. Yeah, that's when I was working the long ass days because I would get my own contracts, blah, blah, blah. Try to have a really good customer relation so I wouldn't have to ever advertise and I would just get referrals. So, like, I never advertised my business and I haven't in like years, just based off of referrals and stuff like that. And that's allowed me for when I don't make enough money doing art, I can just be like, hey, yeah, I can do your job, whatever it is, right? Or sometimes I will just work for my past clients because I will take almost all of those jobs from my past clients. I will do their jobs because I want to keep that relationship alive. But um, I'm trying to remember if I was. I think I was about mostly. I think my contracting became my side gig at this point, but I can't remember exactly. But anyways, Alex told me that I should do YouTube, and I was like, nah, dude, I just do a video every once in a while if I'm making something that I think is interesting. And he's like, you should vlog, because he vlogs. And I was like, all right, I guess. And then I started vlogging. Those videos are so trash. I can't stand them. But I like storytelling. And so I was like, you know what? I'll do the storytelling and or I'll do the videos in the form of a storytelling type vlog. And I still do the make videos and paint videos every once in a while, but I mostly just do them in vlogs now. And now I hardly ever do any contract. I mostly sell art. No, I don't remember what the original question was, but hopefully that answered it. Uh, what the heck was that? I don't even know what the question was. Um, Kim is asking, when will you work on the tree sculpture again? I'm gonna work on that tomorrow, probably. That's the plan. It just depends on what we. It depends on the weather. If it's gonna rain tomorrow, then I'm gonna do it. Or if it's gonna snow tomorrow, rain or snow, then that's what I'm gonna do. Nancy says YouTube has spread your talent and personality all over the world. I'm glad you started a channel. Oh, the original question was something about magic, right? So basically, to conclude, I've always wanted to do something different for a living, and art is that thing. And then I guess YouTube is like a consequence of doing the art. So to get more people seeing it and buying it and enjoying it, I decided YouTube was worth it. And I like making the videos. So yeah, that's kind of, yeah. Wasn't it during the Potter series? That's when I started doing the vlog. I did vlogs before that, a few that sucked, but uh, Kathleen, I need to find some people to help me move it. Zenobia, you're talking about the piano. I told you I would help you move it. What, are you pretending that I was joking? Or that didn't sound right. Did you think I was joking? Did you think I was pretending or joking? That's what I meant to say. Uh, I like the magic tricks where they show you how the trick is done and then surprise you with a trick you didn't see coming. Oh, like Penn and Teller do that. Who else does that? Darren Brown does that. But he also just straight up lies to you, but it's very convincing. Darren Brown is amazing. Penn and Teller are amazing too. Uh, but they reveal like a lot of older magic tricks that aren't so sacred anymore. They don't reveal things that are like, well, sometimes they do. Just depends. So those people have not seen you juggle. What? Are you talking to me? I suck at juggling. I can only juggle 3 balls and only in the basic juggle. What is one supply you seem to always run out of that you really like to use to make stuff, Josh? Um, Probably, I don't know. I have so much stuff now, I've stopped collecting everything. Now I just collect specific things. Things that are more rare or things that are more unique or things that I can use practically or whatever. I don't take every little piece of metal now that I used to. I mean, sometimes I do. It just depends on the situation, but probably I don't know. It's hard. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I have no idea. Uh, I learned how to wash dishes by watching Josh. No, I believed you, but it will take more than you and Hans to move it. Dude, my piano is way flipping bigger than yours, and I moved that by myself. I'm just kidding. It took me and 3 other dudes, I think. Me, Dakota, my cousin, and his. I think I did that in a vlog. Hey Josh, saw a cool video where they installed small bike wheels in their chicken coop and the chickens loved it. They were swirling around on them. Yeah, I saw that video. Like probably like 30 people sent that to me. Yeah, we're not gonna do that because it looks ugly, but we might do a chicken swing this year. Uh, but yeah, that it is cool. He didn't see it. He didn't. I didn't see it. What? Have you ever made a metal sculpture that controlled movement or even an automaton, like a metal rabbit rising up from a metal top hat and lower back down? No, I don't really care to make sculptures like that. What are those, like kinetic sculptures? I like, I, maybe I would. It just would have to be the right one. Yeah, no, I've never even considered making that. Oh, you posted your thing twice. Oh, that's okay. If you think I missed something, then post again. When I was telling that long ass story about magic, I probably missed a lot of things. Chris Angel is freaky. Okay. He's probably one of the worst magicians. Not, he's very good at doing magic, but since he uses so many camera tricks in his TV show, it's just so freaking lame. But he's performing for the people who are watching, not for the camera who is watching. So I understand why they use a lot of edits. But if you watch how people react to his magic versus how people react to almost every other magician, you can see, okay, a fake reaction to magic is applause. Applause and cheering is a fake reaction to magic. When you see something that blows your mind, you don't, well, sometimes you do. I guess it depends on who you are. But a crowd, okay, if you watch David Blaine perform for someone, these people freak out, okay? And even on simple tricks, they will freak out. Like when he like bites a quarter in half. That's one of the lamest tricks ever, okay? People are like, what? And it super raw reactions. Chris Angel, if he bit a quarter in half, which he may have done that on his TV show, I don't remember. But people like immediately start clapping and screaming their heads off as if they're at a rock concert. That's not how you would react. It doesn't make any sense. Doug Henning, dude, see, real reaction. Dude, Doug Henning is really good. And the camera clearly picked up a thread, making it move. There's not very many coin magic tricks that use thread, so he must have tried to develop something that just didn't work for cameras. But if you were watching it live, you probably wouldn't have seen it. So invisible string obviously is not invisible, and it's actually black, not clear like a lot of people assume. However, there is clear and there's also white, but black is the most hardest to see on unless you're using a black background. But if you wanted to like float a card or something, you would use black in this environment here because it would be really hard to see. If you're using a string with coins, like depends on how strong your invisible string is. Doesn't seem practical, but I don't know what the trick was. David Copperfield made a rose fly through the audience. Everyone was quiet. Yeah, super visual trick. Looked very lame in my opinion. Looked very fake, but to those people, it was probably super amazing. Stage magic, it, to me, is some of the worst magic. Um, because it's always using props that you don't find in everyday life. However, when he did that trick, you can just pick a rose anywhere. And then, but he was telling a story. I forget what the story is, right? And then doesn't he like pick all the rose petals off? And then, like he replant, doesn't he like, I think he like heals it back to normal. Um, how do they make big things vanish? Well, I mean, you gotta figure that out yourself. I'm not just gonna say that. Like, there's people like pay thousands of dollars for certain illusions. For me, I would just try to learn how to do it. Like, if like, okay, here's an example. If you watch my videos when I'm in the shop and you see those pair of shoes that are on the shelf there, and one of them has a nail sticking through it, I was very proud of that trick when I did that. And to be clear, it's a trick. But the people who I did it for were like, what the hell? They didn't understand how this nail went through my foot because they could like feel it and they could touch it and they could, and it hurt like a bitch too. So I didn't even have to act. Um, but that trick was like, okay, so there's a trick that everyone knows where a hot girl goes into a box that is clearly a magic prop. You would never find this box in nature, but she goes into this box and they stab a whole bunch of swords through it. Well, that girl is usually like super skinny, like skinnier than me, and the box is huge. It's very easy, and then she's always smiling, her head's sticking out or whatever. You just have to. It's such a lame trick. You stick a sword through it. They always stick it through really slowly so the person can move out of the way of all these swords. There's a lot of room to move in that box. How I wanted to do it, I was going to do that. How I wanted to do it is I was going to use a refrigerator box and then have swords go through the refrigerator box because you can find a cardboard box anywhere. I was like, it would be cool to use a refrigerator box. And then I was like, a refrigerator box is huge. What if we used a microwave box? So the idea was I would go out trying to find a refrigerator box, but instead find a microwave box. And I would just put the microwave box over my body like this, right? And then I would get whoever, an assistant, and maybe I don't know how I would do it exactly. I don't know if I would get a person who doesn't know me to do it or if I'd get someone who does know me because it could be dangerous. But to them, to have them stick the swords through the box. The only thing is you don't necessarily find swords laying around either. So maybe they would use broomsticks and then we would just break the broomstick so they'd be pointy and then just stab it through the box instead of, you know, gently placing it through there. Because then it would be way more convincing. You're using real life objects and it's the same trick, but it's actually amazing. If you see like a box that's got, you know, Mysterio Magic Man painted on the front, you just know it's bullshit. But what I ended up doing, because I couldn't figure out how I could do that trick and not get stabbed uh, with using a stranger, I thought it would be cool to have a nail go through my foot. Now the thing is that the nail was really big and the shoe has a thick rubber sole. So it was actually really hard to do it. And I never practiced it because I didn't want to practice it, think it was too painful, and then not actually do it. So I was just, you know what? I'm just going to do it. So I took this nail, I just stepped on it, and it like stabs through the middle of the top of the shoe. And I mean, it's a trick, so it's not real. It didn't actually go through my foot. But basically, before the trick, I'm like, okay, this is a real shoe. There's no holes in it. Blah, blah, blah. My toes go all the way to the end. I'm not crunching my toes up. You can feel it. Good. Let's step on this nail. got him to hold the nail, and I stepped on it, and then you could see it like going, the tongue of the shoe was like this, and then you could see my foot through the holes, and then it just went, and it was, oh, it was good. And it was really hard to walk. And I'm like, ugh. And then it was really hard to pull the nail out too. And then I remember when I released that video, that's when I only put the videos on Facebook. I don't have them on there anymore, but someone was like, "Where's the blood?" I'm like, "Dude, if there was, like, they thought it was very disappointing. They're like, "That's not real." I'm like, "Otherwise there would be blood." I was like, "Dude, if there was blood, it wouldn't be magic. The point is that this nail stabbed through my foot and there's no blood. That's the magic part. When the girl comes out of the box that the sword's all stabbed through, there's no blood there either. And there's no holes in the freaking in her clothes. And there's no there's no stabbing randomly. There's like these little slots they put the swords through. I'm like, that's not, it wouldn't be magic if there was blood, because that would just be getting stabbed, and that's not amazing. That's just pain. So, um, use rebar. That's just laying around. Yeah, if I could go to a place where there was rebar and it would make sense that there was a microwave box and rebar in the same place. I wanted it to be organic, right? Like I did a whole bunch of tricks. Like I remember even like other magicians in our like the Facebook pages and stuff would ask me how to do certain tricks because I was decently good at figuring it out. Like, okay, this one, you don't need any gimmicks. You don't need to buy anything or make anything to do this trick. You just have to know how to do these certain moves. I remember doing these ones. I told this guy how to do it, and I told him, I'm like, dude, I figured it out. So let me do the video first, and then you put out your own video later. And he's like, yeah, okay, that's cool. Puts out his video the same day. Didn't even get good at the trick. And I was like, what the heck? So then I figured out an even better way to do it. You needed a double card to do this trick where you had two, like, for example, two Queen of Hearts or whatever it was. So you basically force the person. No, you don't even force the person. You just pick a card. I made it so the person who you're doing the magic trick to could pick the card. And then you didn't need a double, so they could examine the cards after and you wouldn't have to hide anything. Yeah, it's coming back to me. And I thought that was super dope. Uh, anyways, I forget what I was talking about now again. Hannah Young, I gotta ask, did he turn water into wine? Sorry, I'll show you. Oh, we were talking about the Chris Angel being freaky. He is freaky if you were to see him live, if he did a real trick for you, but if you went to one of his demonstrations where he like disappears when he goes on the with his dirt bike and explodes in the ball of fire, that didn't actually happen. If you were there, you would have seen him, not even him, it would have been someone else, jump and then land, and then they would have shot it again with just the bike getting launched and falling, and then they would have shot it again and again and again until they got two shots that they thought would work good together, and then they would shoot the reaction after. To me, that's okay to do that for like your special, but if you're gonna do that for every trick for your TV show, that's lame. Unless you can do that trick in real life, but it doesn't work for camera, so then you do it again for camera differently, then you could do that too. But only if you can do it in real life. If you're going to do it every time. Sometimes you do something just for the TV audience. But if you're going to do illusions that don't work in real life and only those, that's stupid. But yeah, David Copperfield made a rose fly through the audience. Everyone was quiet. Yeah, that's a real reaction because that's like what the hell is going on? You might clap if you see that, whatever, but the reactions that Chris Angel gets, it's fake, and I always thought that was stupid. When are you going back to the house, Josh? Probably Monday, Zenobia. Oh, thanks, Joan. My best friend was the girl in the box because she was skinny and flexible. See? And the box is huge. What's cool sometimes is the girl sawed in half when you can see, when there's a cover, it's lame. But if the cover is just made out of, okay. One thing that I don't like about magic is when the reveal, like if someone disappears and then they reappear. So if someone disappears like underneath a sheet and reappears without a sheet, I hate that. If they can't vanish before your eyes, they also shouldn't be able to appear before your eyes, but no one's watching. So I thought of a cool concept, which I did, where I throw a sheet up in front of me, and then like the sheet goes up in the air, and then yeah, how did I do it? You can see me standing there. I could, and to be fair, I couldn't do this for an audience because they'd be able to see how I did it. But there's no editing. It's just a real shot. I like throw the sheet up in the air, and when the sheet falls, I disappear. Now, if I wanted to reappear, the concept was basically that the sheet would come up off the ground and then I would be under it, right? But if I just appeared from behind the camera, which a lot of magicians did, I thought that was so stupid. I was like, where's the magic part? What? Where's the illusion? We missed it because you're behind the camera. Why wouldn't you do the illusion in front of the camera? That's lame. So I thought of this concept where let's say, okay, this is the field of view right here, right? This is what the camera can see. This is where I disappear. I throw the sheet up, I disappear. Then there's another sheet over here that's already on the ground, and let's say it's flat. Then the sheet just goes, and then I drop the sheet and I'm there. I thought that would be a cool concept. However, that's usually where you would need like a stage. So that obviously the trick would be that you go under the stage, run over to there, and then come up through there through a trap door. It's a very common use of stage illusion. However, I wanted to do it street magic, and I wanted to be able to do it for actual people who could watch me, like not right in front of them because that wouldn't be possible, but like if like when I say I would do it for someone, I would do it for someone who didn't know they were watching a magic show. I would just do it, and if they happened to be looking, like if I did it in a park or something, they would like look and be like, what the hell? Did that guy just disappear and then come up way over there? I wanted to be able to do that somehow, but I couldn't figure out a place that I could do that. And I'm thinking of all these stupid tricks that I did before. I thought they were so cool. I would suck at them now for sure. Hey, Josh from Dubai. Hello. I don't know how to read that language. See you later, Linda. Good night, Delphina as well. I just like when David Blaine freaked out Harrison Ford and HF. Oh, Harrison Ford. Oh, yeah. He's like, get the F out of my house. Yeah, dude, that was good. See, that's a real reaction to magic because you're like, wait, how did you do that? Not like, oh, woo, amazing. No one reacts like that. If you saw something that freaked you out, you would, like, if you saw a ghost, how would you react? If you weren't scared, you'd be like, what the hell was that? Right? You wouldn't start cheering. Well, maybe you would. I mean, I guess if you really like ghosts. I don't know. Josh, you better start dinner or Ashley will have your head. She's actually home. We already ate dinner. Did you ever do street graffiti? I never did. I'd cheat. Yeah, maybe seeing a ghost is a bad example or a bad comparison. Chin Lim was good. I don't know who that was. Wait, he's the Asian dude who like would pull the burgers out of the menu. Was it him? See, that trick is really cool. And you can do that in front of people, but they can't. It's easier to do that for people on camera than it is to do for people right in front of you, although it is possible. But I don't know if that's the same person. I never do magic at my rock concerts. That's so funny. Oh, Chin Lim was the winner on America's Got Talent. Okay, I don't know any like more modern magicians really. And yeah. See, I was just a fan of like certain people from back in the day and older magicians. I just didn't like I didn't really like David Copperfield because I don't know, I didn't like his flair. It was so lame. And didn't he wear capes? I thought that was stupid too. I don't know. Oh no, you know what I didn't like? I didn't like how he like incorporated dance and stuff. Also, when he would like pick someone from the audience and you're like, okay, clearly that's a stooge, they call it. Yeah, no, that's dumb. His illusions are interesting, but they're like the Statue of Liberty one, that's cool. The what else did he do? He did something like he disappeared that was it a airplane? But he didn't do that for an audience. It wouldn't have worked. He did do the Statue of Liberty for an audience. That does work, but it only works, man. That's a good illusion. Tyler Joseph from 21 Pilots used to do a cool trick where he stops singing, they throw a sheet over him, and he disappears and appears way up high in the crowd and starts singing again. See, that's a cool illusion, but it's only cool if he appears like how come he can't disappear the way that he can appear? Like he can appear without a sheet, but he can't disappear without a sheet. You know what I mean? That's the part that I don't like. He appears out of thin air, but doesn't disappear into thin air. That's a cool trick, but how I would do it is I would disappear with a sheet and then I would need like the vehicle of the magic. If magic was real, if you needed cover, then you should also need cover to appear. Unless you can disappear visually, which is also a trick, but it's very hard to do. How do magicians swallow razor blades? Well, that's not a trick. They actually swallow them. That's not hard to do. Like that's the thing is that it seems hard to do, but it's easy to swallow stuff, right? You can swallow needles, all that sort of thing. But how do they like then they'll swallow a string and then they'll pull it out all like that's already in them. They've already swallowed it, and then they just have the string sticking out in their mouth. So then they just reach for that string and then pull it out. Now, how do they not cut them? Well, usually, if you put, they'll always show that they're sharp by cutting stuff with it, but they're not. Usually, they'll just scrape the razor blade on a window or something like that, which will make it dull enough to be able to not cut you if you're careful. However, you can still cut yourself. With needles, it's easier because you can swallow a needle and it'll just go down your throat. And when you pull it back out, it's the soft side, the eye side out first. Yeah. I was hypnotized before on stage with other people. Well, that's not magic, right? That's real, so that's different. My grandson was asked to pretend at a Copperfield show. But yeah, that's called an impromptu stooge. And that's really cool when you're asked to do that. I've always wanted to be asked to be an impromptu stooge because I used to do magic, so I think I would be able to sell it because I would already, well, I don't always know how to do the trick. I remember I went to this car show and this dude was doing this ball routine where he turned all these, you know, those little red spongy balls? They're called sponge balls, actually. And you can like make them multiply and disappear and all that stuff. Well, he turned them into a tennis ball one time, and I knew he was going to do that. I thought he was actually going to turn it into a bowling ball eventually, but he never did. But probably because there was too many people all the way around him, so it's probably too hard to sneak the bowling ball out without too many people seeing it. But I knew he was going to do the green ball thing, and he asked all these other people. To, like, he'd be like, "Here, hold this red ball," and then they would open their hand after he asked them to, and there'd be like 3 of them or whatever, right? Or sometimes it would be like a whole bunch of tiny ones and stuff like that. And so that's just a cool routine. But then his routine was different than other ones I've seen, but I knew that he was going to produce like a really big ball. It wasn't a bowling ball, it was a tennis ball. And I happened to see that it was a tennis ball. I just caught it because whatever, I just saw it. And he asked someone else to put their hand out. I wish he would have asked me, because I would have been like, I would have said something that would have probably made people freak out even more, because I would have said something about it being a tennis ball or something. I would have, at the time I knew what I would have said. I can't remember, but people would have lost their minds, and the guy probably would have been like, "Hey, thanks for doing that." Nice. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. So thanks for hanging out. I don't know how this turned into 49 minutes of talking about magic, but it did. I don't know if it actually was 49 minutes, but thanks for being here. Maybe we'll do another live tomorrow where we will be working on the tree. That'll be part 4, I think. We'll see. Might not, so don't hold me to it, but that's the plan if it snows or rains tomorrow, because I won't be able to do any work outside. All right? Thanks for hanging out, doing the dishes. Haven't done that in a while. Please check out the 2-for-1 print sale, orderfromjosh@gmail.com. And you can check out what is on sale. No, how do you say that? All of the paper prints are on sale. And you can see those on the My Hands Gallery Facebook page. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Matthew, for moderating. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully you guys didn't get bored with this. And yeah. All right. See ya.